We are thankful to the Department of Music, Professor Renu Johri, and the students of the department, Harin Pratap Singh, Shubham Yadav, Rushdi Dubey, Satyadev Mishra, Amita Mandia, Vipri Mishra, Diksha Mishra, Uday Pandey for this rendition. Thank you so much. Now before we delve into the ocean of knowledge, which we will find ourselves floating into in the next 3 days, let us first seek divine guidance through Vedic recitals. I now invite our exuberant students from the Department of Sanskrit, Pranjali Pandey and Diksha Tripathi for Mangalacharya. Okay, there is a little change. The Mangalacharya will be done by the Department of Music. Thank you so much, Ramjini Pandey and Nisha Tripathi. I also forgot to mention that the Saraswati Vandana and Gurgi was directed by Dr. Vishal Jain. Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite the head of our department. Okay, so we also have Gayatri Mann from the Department of Music. May I now invite our head of the Department of English and convener of the seminar, Professor Sanjay Saxena, our keynote speaker for the day, Professor Sumanyu Saraswati, Professor S.K. Sharma from the Department of English, Professor Supriya Chaudhary, Professor Swagat Adhuri, Professor Sumit Chakravarti, Professor Shivashish Vishwash, and Professor Nandini Sahu for the lighting of lamps. Professor Tatra, I request you to kindly join. Lamps have been an age-old and archaic symbol of enlightenment and wisdom. अस्तो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्यु मा मृतगमय.
Excuse me. Hello. Very soon. चले गए थे कर तो रहा थोड़ा सा और पीछे कैमरे ने क्या रंगोली भी आ जाए.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for seated. I now invite our esteemed speaker, our esteemed keynote speaker for the session, Professor Sumanyu Satpathy, and Head of the Department of English and Convener of the seminar, Professor Sanjay Saxena, to kindly come up the dais and grace the stage. May I now request the Head of the Department of English to kindly felicitate our keynote speaker, Professor Sumanyu Satpathy, with a bouquet and Angvastra. May I now request the Head of the Department of English, Professor Sanjay Saxena, to deliver the welcome and inaugural address. Sir, please.
A very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for placing our department and the university. It is such a privilege to host all of you, and we have planned a very ambitious seminar, a seminar ambitious in its scope, and that I suppose should reflect in our speakers. We will try to get some of the best people in the country here and to seminar of this rather important issue of epistemic injustice in the shaping of society. Epistemic injustice is perhaps the most fashionable term. It's like 21st century affair, which began in the United States with a lady called Miranda Flicker. She's a professor of theology. And an episteme has been variously defined and understood across disciplines, and there is no standard definition. It has also been understood as the smallest possible unit of knowledge. There are people from psychology sitting here also. We understand whatever you do with the help of epistemes, and this process of understanding at the simplest level becomes our epistemology. Psychologists and philosophers are perhaps best equipped to explain epistemologies. The way we comprehend and understand our reality becomes our epistemology. Our minds are constantly being bombarded by all kinds of information and knowledge. The human brain is also a part of the body and functions like other organs. A distinctive feature of our brain is that it is shaped by a host of factors and is more developed than any species we know of. We continue to build on the knowledge which has been created by our ancestors down the ages. And today we have been able to trace Chandrayaan on the moon. But science is only one part of our reality, and there are several aspects to our life. History, politics, philosophy, writing, work, on our minds and shape our thinking, conditioning. The total impact of all these factors is very basic, and the amalgam of all thought which is in our head conditions our thinking. The manner in which we understand our reality, this is very important. The manner in which we understand our reality. The human civilization has progressed so much and our knowledge has become so vast that it is almost impossible for me to touch the various aspects of epistemic justice or justice which keep attacking my mind. I would like to raise certain very basic and fundamental questions, especially those which come within the purview of culture and literature. I must say that all disciplines are interconnected and that it is difficult to compartmentalize anything. Remember, why do we think of certain things and not certain others? Why do we talk about certain things and not about other things? So, power, knowledge, etc. Why do we like certain things and not appreciate others? Why do we prefer a certain kind of food and only have our eating habits and why have our eating habits changed? It is a very simple question which can be explained in terms of intermixing of cultures and globalization. Cultures intermix peacefully and others through war and conquest. Mughal food came to us through conquest and is still with us, some of it from Uzbekistan, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Iran. It was so because Mughals were conquerors and men who ruled India for a few centuries. And the only people wanted to imitate them. There is nothing great about Mughal food per se. But we looked upon it and still look upon it, up to it, because our knowledge had entered the apparently simple area of gastronomy. The Mughals were supplanted by the Europeans and they exercised power over us. The result was that the English bread, biscuit, chips, beverages became really popular among us. So popular that most people do not even realize that when they consume this food, they are eating European food. Who thinks that bread is European or biscuit is European? The language of power has manifested itself in our food. Since the Europeans introduced their food, they made a big business out of it. Now, I don't want to take too much of time. The entire project of Indian writing in English. Why should Indians write in English? Mostly the choice of the language. It is epistemic victimization. Right? Why should we resort to using English? It didn't come to us very easily. It didn't grow on us. It's not from our soil. It was thrust upon us. Remember Macaulay, whoever we want to. Then let us talk about modern painting. What is modern? In India, I'm talking with reference to India. All modern paintings are derivative of whatever the West has to offer. I mean, look at any modern painting, all the techniques whoever has done, and then perhaps it's some stuff done by Tagore, very different from Bengal's school of painting. He had whatever Tagore painted and there was nothing Indian about it, except that he was painting Indian faces or whatever he saw before him. But his technique was definitely not Indian. So these are points which I would like you to raise. Then there is this wonderful thing called popular culture. All our popular culture comes from us. It is Hollywood and Bollywood, whatever. Music, folk music. What can be more autochthonous than folk music? But even there, when you listen to modern recordings, you will find plenty of Western impact there. So, like we were talking about episteme, our knowledge systems have been changed, systems which work in the mind unconsciously. Unconsciously we have started liking certain things, certain ideas. Now these ideas can be very subversive, very destructive. Post-colonial critics have talked about it, where we tend to become our own enemies. What we do works against, we work ourselves work against our own selves. We harm ourselves, our own doings. So why are we harming ourselves? Because we have been taught wrong things, because wrong kind of ideas have been inculcated in us. So something being superior or inferior. Miranda Fricker talked about the problem of testimony. We are all supposed to be banned. Now recently it was there in the newspapers that Indians do not know how to interpret diplomatic news. Now we are going to be told by people from New York and London how to understand things. This is New York Times, that we don't know how to understand diplomacy. This is the height of everything. Now, when we sent Chandrayaan, I thought about it. We congratulated ourselves. The nation felt very proud. Many people felt that it was in America that it was a hoax. And in Britain they said that there are many poor people in India and they should not be doing this, but feeding them. So these kind of things are happening constantly. They are far more powerful than us. Any news in New York Times is circulated worldwide. The media plays a very important role. Any amount of impact of Western. Why should our writers now, and maybe even in the 19th century, they were struggling to write like Westerners. So I have shared some of my opinions in my concept note so that people can know. But I have been thinking, my mind has been working on this, and I think it is a very basic problem which must be addressed and discussed and debated. Now again, there are many people who are into this debate of India and Bharat. Right? So, who gives you your identity and from? Then what impact does it have? We have changed the names of our towns and cities. Now we have come to Bharat and India. So from small city or Allahabad, and we have become Prayagraj. And many people are uncomfortable with Prayagraj. And when we became Inaugural, there was a lot of hue and cry in this city. So, Burma became Myanmar, Rangoon became Yangon, Ceylon became Sri Lanka, and so on and so forth. You can give any amount of examples you want to. But the question that needs to be asked, why are they doing? And whatever they are doing correct? What purpose does it serve? Supposing you were to rename London, what would happen? Would London change? Perhaps it might. One starts thinking, and what the ideas work at the unconscious level, that the esteem will probably gradually start changing, just as we have changed today. So anyway, without taking much of your time, ladies and gentlemen, I would request Professor Subhanyu Sarfati. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed very informative. Our keynote speaker for the session is Professor Subhanyu Sarfati. Professor Subhanyu Sarfati has been for over 2 decades Professor and Chair at the Department of English, University of Delhi. He was also Fellow at the Indian Institute of Advanced Study, Rashtrapati Niwas, Shimla, and Distinguished Fellow Michael J. Oswald Institute of Advanced Studies, Ladrone University, Bangalore. His last professional affiliation was at Mangalam University as Professor of Eminence. As visiting professor, he has taught at University of Granada, Spain, Frankfurt University, Germany, Exeter University, England, among several others. His areas of specialization include modernism, queer theory, and Odisha studies. Among his most recent publications are Modernity, Print and Sahitya, The Making of a New Literary Culture, published by Routledge, Will to Argue Studies in Late Colonial and Post-Colonial Controversies, published by Primus, 2017. Apart from research articles published in India and abroad, his other publications include Southern Post-Colonialisms, The Global South and the New Literary Representations, published by Routledge, Reading Literary Culture, Prospects of Odisha, published by Rawat. He is the lead writer of the Indian chapter of the multi-volume Alice in Wonderland publication as part of the 150-year celebration of Alice translations, curated and edited by John Linson of the Louis Carroll Society of North America. Satpathy has co-edited Ratavar Samatare Marita, The 10th Rust, an anthology of Indian nonsense published by Penguin, and Simplifying the Self, Women and Literature, published by Penguin 2019. He is also the author of Reviewing the Reception of Modernist Poetry in the Times Literary Supplement. He is a contributor to the highly acclaimed Same-Sex Love in India, edited by Ruth Vanita and Sameer Kidway, published by Hargrave 2022. Without much ado, now I invite Professor Satpathy. He will be delivering a lecture on an error in aesthetic judgment and Indian context. Please, sir. May I now invite on the dais Professor Supriya Chaudhary. Kindly grace the occasion now. And also Professor Shivashish Vishwas. Sir, kindly come to the dais, I request you.
I must I thanking Saxena and the University of Allahabad in general, and all the members of the committee who have been very active over the past few weeks, especially Papia, putting people together. So, Professor Supriya Chaudhary and others on the dais and friends. My role here reminds me of a book published recently, and I call myself the accidental keynote speaker. So we should not expect genuine keynote speech from me. It's a keynote speech, there is not one. Because I was prepared for my own session, a little note of the same title as was read out, an error in aesthetic judgment, question mark, the Indian context. Here, before I begin, I also need to point out a bit of a contradiction in the two parts of the concept note. After stating unambiguously how our minds are interrelated by Western thinking and discourse, because of which we think in certain ways now, it says immediately in the second part that it all began with Foucault. But I would like to think that there is no contradiction. There is some kind of compromise between these two ideas. And we all know that it all began long before Foucault in India, as soon as our minds began to be interpolated by the beginning of the 19th century, mid-19th century and onwards. So that's a much bigger subject. The theme of the seminar, the subject of the seminar, epistemological justice or injustice and the shaping of Indian society. It's a bottomless, it's not only a very broad-based theme, but it's almost a bottomless theme, and a lot of things can be said about the subject, and I'm sure the eminent speakers who are here will throw light on various aspects. But I'm really intimidated by the presence of Professor Supriya Chaudhary, that when someone like her, someone of her nature is here, and the keynote speaker. So, with all these preliminary statements, some of which come genuinely, if not all, from my heart, I would like to say that knowledge is not something that exists in a vacuum. We understand. Or knowledge is possible only with the help of language and words and terms. So I will initially talk about 2 or 3 terms. Then I come to the main subject, a particular subject, which might throw some light on the broad theme of the seminar. Precisely at the point of time when European schooling system was gaining a stranglehold of Indians, many newly educated Indians and my Indian sisters, I'm India, so I'll be talking about my Indian ancestors. But the 3 terms that I want to throw some light on are the terms, and then of course I'll come to the 3rd term. Am I audible or is my voice distorted? Yes, the first term, which has already been mentioned, modern or modernity. In recent decades, the English term modern and its lexical inflections have been subjected to rigorous philosophical, theological, and linguistic inquiries by scholars all over the world, including in India. The same, however, cannot be said of their vernacular counterparts in India. When we say modern or modernity, we immediately translate these terms to Adhunik or Adhunikata. So, whereas a lot of focus, a lot of attention is focused on the term modernity, it no longer means what it originally meant. We haven't really thought about the term in its Odia or Bangla or other Indo-Language equivalents, that is Adhunik. I want to say that it's an ascribed category and it evolved over time. Equally neglected by the scholars in this context is the linguistic truism that new words and expressions are formed in a language when users of the said language feel the need new. Through their work, they offered critiques of modernity whenever they found aspects of aspects unhelpful that revolted against their system. Elsewhere, in one of the books that was referred to, Will Clarko, I have rephrased Ashish Nandi's formulation and called this attitude strategic traditionalism. Not that these writers like Fakir Senapati were completely in favor of traditional knowledges. They also critique traditional knowledges, but they also critique more vehemently the new ideas that were coming into force. One of the things that he talks about is Ayurveda. He said, why should we use Western medicine? And he, as he very humorously says, if God has given us diseases of in Odisha, do you think he will ask us to go to Scotland or Ireland to buy medicines or cures from there? Obviously, we have to have those cures here in Odisha, he says. So, like Ayurveda, there are several other aspects he talks about from time to time. Geography, he says, why should our students in villages know the length of a certain river in Africa or America? What use is this knowledge? Our basic requirement is food, shelter, and clothing. Let our children be taught how to take care of these basic needs. So he always resisted some of these ideas, and of course the piece that I have translated, or Charkha, where he says how important Charkha was. Mahatma Gandhi discovered Charkha in the attic in Gujarat in 1918, I think. Much before that, Fakir had talked about how important it was. Now, this moment that I'm talking about, particular moment I'm talking about, appears in Fakir Senapati's Chhaumana Article, which is published in 1902 after being serialized in a leading Oriya magazine called Utkal Sahitya. It began in 1897 and it appeared in book form in 1902. Here, I think many of you have heard of this novel. There is a narrator who sets out to describe the beauty of his central woman character, Champa. He recalls indigenous carving conventions of Naika Rupavardhana. In all the kavyas, one of the most essential ingredients was Naika Rupavardhana. The heroine's body has been described, her beauty has been described, and writers like Krishna and Vibhakta have found a whole form to describe their beauty. So there is no sense of obscenity or vulgarity like the sculpture in the Quran. So, but there was a huge controversy, I will come to that. Then suddenly the narrator stops. He begins describing Champa's beauty, then he stops. Why? He says, and I am translating this in both into English and Hindi, along with diverse foreign goods, a commodity called Gucci has been freshly imported to the place. If you do not take care to keep track of it, you are done for. You will be listed under the category stupid and uncultured. So you must develop Gucci. And he says this Gucci is a new import. It does not say that the strong is an import. He says the whole, it's a thing, Ruchi word is a thing which has been imported. And in Hindi translation, it will read like this: विविध विदेशी वस्तुओं के साथ साथ रुचि नामक एक वस्तु भी इस देश में हाल ही में आयात की गई है, has been imported. यदि आप इस पर नजर रखना नहीं चाहते हैं, रखते हैं, तो आपका काम हो गया. आपको मूर्ख और असंस्कृत श्रेणी से सूचीबद्ध किया जाएगा. So why is Fakir saying this at that point of time? Many commentators have talked about it, controversy. but they have not commented on the fact that Pokemon was the first person to think of ruchi or taste as an origin point. It is not wondering if Pokemon was pitting the imported item against something that was indigenous, and as such, what was indigenous or traditional about the 19th century Odia aesthetic judgment. Interestingly, all these prescriptive criteria of Inaugural, Bhav, and so on and so forth were part of indigenous culture. And now, and Inaugural was one of them. That was part of the Catholic tradition, and Pokemon was writing a novel, which is a new genre. So how do these various aesthetic criteria fit into a new form called the novel? That is where Pokemon encounters a problem, but it does not care for what were the norms in the West, novelistic norms. He used the Kavic norms even while writing prose fiction. Include the appearance of ruchi, a new criterion of judgment can be had from a discussion of rasa by our own contemporary Sheldon Pollock. First, Sheldon Pollock says in his Rasa Gita that he has chosen not to translate the term rasa. He says rasa is a term which is very tricky, so I have decided not to translate it. Throughout this Gita, I use the term rasa. But shortly after, a few pages later, he falls into the trap, his own trap, and he says, the core is its rasa. I'm quoting him in English. This core is its rasa or taste. So immediately he finds a synonym, rasa or taste. Now in the 19th century, I will just cut it short. In the 19th century, okay, let me read out a few more lines. The reason why he is not able to resist the temptation of thinking about rasa in terms of taste, frequently analyze rasa in Kantian terms, is his cultural familiarity with European aesthetics. Taste in Kant's view, and I'm quoting Kant's lines in English translation, taste is the capacity for judging something to be beautiful on the basis of an entirely disinterested delight. And Pollock rightly holds that this, and I'm quoting Pollock, is the horizon of interpretation that modern students by default bring to the study of classical Indian aesthetics, and that shapes their understanding. He says that, the Kantian notion is imbibed by Indian students or students of literature, and they immediately think of art in Kantian terms. How far Indian thought corroborates these assumptions or instead explodes them will emerge from our reconstruction of the epistemological shifts, or the moment of the epistemological shift toward the end of the 19th century. This raises an intellectual historical problem of its own, as do the many parallels between the Indian and Western traditions. Not least the use of the category taste itself, the supposedly most literal translation of the word. The conflating rasa and taste, Kant says, or rather, actually conflates rasa and taste. Though superficially Bharata's rasa and Kant's taste seem similar, by probing a little deeper, one can figure out how Bharata and Kant go their own divergent ways. In fact, by the time Bengali intellectuals began this out, by the time Bengali intellectuals began meditating on taste around the mid-19th century, Western aesthetics, like many other knowledge systems of Europe, had begun to be provincialized in the Bangla public sphere. Known as the Bengal positivists, Krishna Kamal Bhattacharya, 1840 to 1932, Girish Chandra Ghosh, Das Chatterjee, and Dwarkanath Mitra, among others, had ushered in nationalist ideas from Europe. There was a tremendous interest among them in European aesthetics too. Krishna Chandra Bhattacharya, for example, was one of the early exponents of Kantian philosophy in Bengal. By the end of the 19th century, English-educated Indians, especially Bengalis, too, seem to have gone the same path that all of the scribes are just quoted. That all of the scribes had begun using ruchi in the Kantian sense of taste. So the term ruchi was originally it came from two different traditions. One is the Vaishnava tradition where ruchi was used, and then the Ayurvedic tradition where the term ruchi was used. Now the Bengali intellectuals, because they are by now familiar with Kantian notion of taste, they suddenly switched over to this word, ruchi, and they talked about kuruchi, suruchi. So all the debates that happened in Bengal, Kotta applications, we are all familiar with. Suddenly, people started getting agitated, and British law, Victorian law, was implemented. So all this has been discussed in the context of Bengal. But it's time that we think about how by 1878, Odia literature had undergone change, because by then the English-educated Odia youth had become aware of the various facets of Western literature. And surprisingly, these lessons of Adi Rasa, see among all the rasas, Sringar Rasa is one of them, and now Sringar Rasa has been changed to Adi Rasa. So it is associated with Ashwinata. So there is a lot of debate over traditional literature, what they call Prachin Kavi, ancient writers like Inaugural, Rasamalala Mukepa, Upendra Manjas, Lavanyavati. They were all found very difficult to cope with because of what they call Ashwinata. So people with poor ruchi or poor ruchi would favor this kind of writing. So this debate, John Beams, for example, wrote about how Odia, I'll read out just one line from John Beams. Just a second. John Beam says, in the majority of the instances, these poems are monotonous, childish, and indescribably indecent variations on the leading features of the Bhagavad. The Rasagola is one of this class, and superadds to the usual impurity of Indian poems on the subject that special and peculiarly revolting obscenity, which is the distinguishing characteristic of the Odia mind. So suddenly he finds that the Odiyas, the distinguishing feature of Odiyas is the impurity of mind, and he talks about obscurity and so on and so forth. Those who are familiar with this debate will not be very happy with some of the things that are talked about, and this is what from roughly 1890 to 1897, shortly before Faughman started writing about Champa, the periodical press was full of this discourse of obscenity in the name of ruchi. So a word that existed in two different contexts, that of Ayurveda and Vaishnava were imported to the world of aesthetic judgment. So the Kantian sense of aesthetic judgment, taste becomes ruchi. And ever since we have, like Eliot said about dissociation of sensibility, we have not recovered from two kinds of dichotomy, one rasa and bhava. The dichotomy I simply mentioned, rasa exists independently of bhava now, and then the idea of ruchi, guruchi, suruchi, taste. So this is what I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a very engaging talk on how the word modernity developed in India and affected the literature and changed the sensibility of the people here. Thank you so much once again. We are honored to have Professor Supriya Chaudhary and Professor Shivashish Vishwas with us on stage. May I now request the head of our department and convener of the seminar, Professor Sanjay Saxena, to kindly felicitate Professor Shivashish Vishwas with a bouquet and Angavastra. May I now request Professor S.K. Sharma from our own department, the Department of English and Modern European Languages, University of Allahabad, to kindly come up on the dais and felicitate Professor Supriya Chaudhary. Sharma sir, please be around because you will be needed again for the book launch. Ma'am, please be seated. Kindly be seated, ma'am. Alright, so as I just said, we have a book launch today, and for that I invite Professor Pradeep Patra for the book release. Professor Patra, kindly come to the dais. I also request Professor S.K. Sharma sir to kindly come to the dais for the book release. Professor S.K. Sharma. Professor Pradeep Kumar Patra, who is currently the lecturer and was the founder professor in the head Department of English, Botanic University, Co-Graduate, will be releasing his book Voices at the Core. Professor Patra has been published widely in research journals, both nationally and internationally. He has scores of book reviews, research articles, research books, and poetry collections to his credit. He has also been acting as a resource person and subject expert on various academic platforms for the last many years. For his contribution to Indian poetry in English, he was awarded Michael Madhusudan Award from Kolkata for the year 2003. For some time, he was also the officiating Vice Chancellor of Botanic University. Now this book that sir is going to release today is entitled Voices at the Door, and it promises to offer a rare kind of experience to the readers. It is a collection of reviews and opinions by a number of readers, both untrained and trained, to read poetry on Sushil Kumar Sharma's The Door is Half Open, a collection of 52 poems. So Sushil Kumar Sharma sir is a very old professor from the Department of English, and we welcome him on the dais. Professor Patra, would you like to speak a few words on the book that will be releasing?
Good Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to speak on the white letter Professor Sharma again and again. In fact, I have the pleasure of editing the critical writings on Professor Sharma's poetry. I know Professor Sharma maybe for the last 25 years or more than that. And I also know where he started writing poetry. So he has 3 albums of poems, and I have read each and every poem of Mr. Sharma. So I got interested in editing such poetry for the reason that for Professor Sharma, poetry is not just poetry as we think traditionally. Professor Sharma has successfully linked poetry to day-to-day life. And the rule is how I proposed on that. And there are more than 30 writers who contributed to that particular value. I have observed that he is a true Indian poet with Indian spirit. And he is much down to the earth also. And at the same time, he has described Indian situation. He has characters who are truly Indian. And I find that he is true representative of the common Indians. So that is very much extraordinary about that. So we are talking about epistemology. And when there is a question of representation as well as misrepresentation. So when scarcity context, Professor Sharma is rightly representing the Indian people in poetry platform, and that is nothing better than that. So my thanks and gratitude to Professor Sharma, and I hope that he will be writing more in the future. Thank you very much.
So much, sir. Now this is the time for the release of sir's book. All of you have a copy, kindly. Many congratulations, sir.
It is such a privilege to release this book alongside S.K. Sharma, who is a colleague more than 2 decades standing, and an old friend also. So many of these poems, I suppose, with read, I read during this time. It's a very wonderful tribute, it was a beautiful cover. And I think they should take him very far as a poet. Would love to use it.
Thank you so much, everyone, once again. This also brings us to the end of the session. We break for tea now, and we all will assemble back in 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Just a minute, Professor Dr. Fabia Lani will present a word of thanks. Kindly be seated, everyone. Dr. Fabia Lani, Assistant Professor, Department of English, will present a word of thanks. Then we break for tea. Madam Chaudhary wants to say something. Yes,
I will express my form of thanks tomorrow when I will start make my own presentation. I just wanted to say how privileged I felt to listen to Mrs. Sumanyu Saspati's deliberations and his thoughts on three very, very important terms in Indian aesthetics: Adhunikata, Sahitya, and Ruchi. I feel that for every Indian literature of different languages, Bhasha as they are called, I'm not sure that is the correct word, there is a different genesis for the word Adhunik or its cognate. And in Bengali, for example, the word Adhunik appears in its modern sense around the end of the 18th century and is already in use by the middle of the 19th, as Professor Saspati was saying. But it is also there in Sanskrit, in fact, and the term Adhunatana, like Puratana, appears in the Shatabata Brahmana. But what I found really fascinating were his meditations on the word Ruchi, which you find in Pokemon Shenakutu. Really important word, especially in terms of the Kantian aesthetics in the later 19th century. I thought that this way of starting off our conference was extraordinary and very, very useful for all of us who are literary scholars. My thanks again to Mr. Shah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I welcome Dr. Papia from our department to present a vote of thanks. Dr. Nahid.
Thank you so much, Professor Supriya Chaudhary, for that insight that she just provided us with. It added a new dimension to the meanings already explained extremely well by Professor Saspati. At the onset, our deep sense of gratitude for our honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Srivastava. We thank the Registrar, Professor N. Shukla, for all the administrative help we received from him from time to time. Grateful thanks to the estate manager, the security officer, and the guards. Many thanks to the proctor and the proctorial board, the various administrative units of the university, the garden and church, the deans of faculties. Thanks the Lord to our HOD, Department of English and Modern European Languages, Dean, our Faculty of Arts, and the convener of this seminar, Epistemic Injustice and the Shaping of Indian Society, Professor Sonjoy Saxena. Please give him a round of applause. Round of applause for Sonjoy Saxena for his unceasing and unwavering efforts that he has put right from the beginning till we can assume this. Thank you so much, sir. Our sincere and heartfelt thanks to the faculty members and students of the Departments of Music and Sanskrit for the melodious rendition with the instruments, Indian instruments of Saraswati Vandana, the Kulki, and the Mangala Charan. A big thank you to the faculty members of the Department of Faculty of Arts. Our thanks to the faculty members and the staff of Department of Theatre and Drama. Our heartfelt appreciation for the office and the ministerial modern European languages. No words would be enough to thank our wonderful speakers who took the pains to come from all over the country and congregate under the roof of the Senate Hall today in the University of Allahabad. Thank you so much. Please give a round of applause for our speakers who have taken the trouble to come. They must be having a lot of engagements, I'm sure, but they left that or they scheduled that and they made it a point for us to deliver such important precious talks on the subject epistemic injustice and the shaping of Indian society. And lastly, thank you to